we have the LUVDISC Limited Research Day in Pokemon Go, so I'm going to give you my top tips to help you guys manage your expectations, get out there, and capitalize on this micro event in Pokemon Go for Valentine's Day. So welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Will you be playing LUVDISC Limited Research Day in Pokemon Go? Because it is going down on Saturday from 2 until 5 p.m. for a grand total of 3 hours in your local time zone, so make sure to get out there. And the featured Pokemon of this event is going to be LUVDISC. So if you do not have the shiny, this is a great time for you because there will be chances of getting LUVDISC increased shiny coming from field research, so you're going to want to have the optimal tips to be able to help you max out to get the most shiny LUVDISCs as possible. So for this event, we will have spawns, research, and more. I'm going to give you my top tips to help you max out, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be all about LUVDISC in Pokemon Go. So obviously it's going to be coming from field research. So 100% IV from field research will be 363. If you happen to get a Shundo, make sure to tag me on Twitter at the Trainer Club with 2 Bs so I can check it out, respond, and potentially retweet your tweet. Can't wait to see some of you guys out there get those Shundos because it's definitely going to be happening. This Pokemon is virtually completely useless. However, a lot of people are a big fan of that yellow shiny in Pokemon Go. So make sure to definitely get out there, hit all those field research. Where are you going to play this and why would you play it there, which we're going to find out in tip number 2. Tip number 2 will be all about playing this event in a optimal area. So this event is slightly different than Calm Day. Obviously, you're going to want to play in an area that will get decent spawns because in tip number 3, we are going to check out the event spawns and if there's anything relevant in there. But you want to play in an area that has a lot of Pokestops because you're going to be doing this event with a lot of Pokestops. You need Pokestops to be able to produce you field research tasks. So I would suggest maybe if you typically play Calm Day in maybe a circular area, as I do recommend, that is limited to Pokestops in those areas, but it has densely spawned areas, I suggest you guys pick somewhere else. Somewhere in a downtown city that has an infinite amount of Pokestops that you can keep walking and keep hitting them, because that is going to truly help you guys take full advantage of this event. And the only way to potentially get high IV shinies, more shinies, and the like is to be able to maximize with the most amount of Pokestops. So getting into those downtown densely spawned areas, it doesn't even have to be as big as something like San Diego, Chicago, New York, which is optimal. It can even be smaller but popular towns such as Naperville in Illinois, Elmhurst, we have Irvine, we have Dana Point might work a little bit, but I would go to Laguna Beach because of their more spawn density to be able to keep hitting all of those spawns, which then leads to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be all about the spawns during this event. So what are you going to be getting? What are you going to be hunting? And what's going to be optimal for you here? Looking at these spawns during this event, we do have Slowpoke that's going to have a shiny. Slowpoke does go into Slowbro and Slowking. In the Slowbro, it does have a Mega, so that is something to consider. However, that Pokemon is not really an effective water or a psychic type combination attacker or as a Mega, but it's an effective Mega level 3 because of that dual type combination that I always talk to you guys about. So I highly suggest you guys at least try to get a good quality IV Slowbro just to consider having it, but not maxing it out for this event. But the next Pokemon out there is going to be Lickitung. Lickitung, great shiny, but it's also very valuable for the Great League for Lickitung and Licky in the Ultra League. In the Great League, it's actually going to be ranked 12 with the moveset combination, Lick, Body Slam, and Power Whip with 100% IVs for PvP at a 8, 14, 15 at level 50, which will require 296 XL Candy for that Pokemon. And in the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 42 with Lick, Shadow Ball, as well as Body Slam combination on that Pokemon, and 100% IVs for this one is going to be a 0, 14, 15 at level 48.5, which is going to be almost 296 XL Candy for a grand total of 570 XL Candy. So for this purpose only, I would highly suggest you guys use a Mega Lopunny if you have it at Mega level 3, because you can at least have a fighting type combination, even though there's not really fighting types in the game, if this is what you want, because you need a lot of XL Candy for both of these Pokemon to be able to use them appropriately in their respective leagues. However, we are also going to have Miltank out there, which has a great shiny. We also have Lileep, which has a great shiny. We also have Phoebus, Spritzee, and Fomantis. And if you are lucky, you can get a Lomomola, which has a shiny as well. So if you are looking at getting water type combination Pokemon, a great Pokemon is actually Mega Slowbro because of the water for the LUVDISC and other Pokemon, and then you also get the psychic type combination combination there. But if you are looking strictly to do something that is functional, I highly suggest you guys go after that Megalopony. Even though the fighting type combination is not really going to serve you too well, at least at a basic minimum, you will be able to have a dual typed Pokemon that can hit normal instead of using a Mega Kangaskhan, which you could totally use that, but at least you're going to have that dual type to be able to help if you happen to see some fighting types, or afterwards you can see other fighting type Pokemon. But if you're looking to raid and get XL candy from maybe Gardevoir and Tapu Lele, a Mega Slowbro would actually work really well with that psychic type combination. So with that said, now let's get into tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be the trading post event. So for this event, you guys can grind out, but for the mythical wishes, we still get XL candy guaranteed for every trade regardless of the distance, which typically is going to be guaranteed if it's over 100 kilometers in the game. So what do you do with this? Save as many Licky Tongues as possible and other Pokemon, and then trade all of them. All the other Pokemon are relatively not super effective in the game that are spawning during this event, but the Licky Tongues are very effective. So saving all of them, trading them, getting a lot of XL candy, and moving forward in your game is going to be very important from my opinion. Not only that, you can get Slowbro XL candy if you're looking for that. You can get Phoebus XL candy, which is something that I want just because that Pokemon is slightly rare in the game, and so forth. But LUVDISC, mainly getting the research, playing in a downtown area that's going to be populated with stops beyond just a grind spot, and getting ready to go. So I appreciate you guys being here as always. Good luck out there. Maybe I'll see you guys out on the live stream if YouTube will start working. I've been trying to get on the YouTube live streams. I apologize I haven't been on there. Every single time I do go try to get on there, it does not work. So I have been doing it on Twitch to supplement until the YouTube figures itself out and I stop getting unable to connect and broadcast from my stream. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all of my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.